at the IB resources to help support our students. Inside Schoology, I have a folder called IB Assessments. This is inside the class folder, and so when students scroll down, they'll see the IB Assessments folder, and at the top you see a video overview of different templates I've made for each one of the assessments. The templates help guide the students into what they need to do, what to focus on, and I find that in college level work in the high school, many students have a hard time scaffolding up to the level of college work. And so we, teachers, parents, support people, help build those steps to college level material. And what I'm attempting to do is build resources for that. So inside here we have the schedule that you have seen, or is linked in an email to you. You also see examples, and I have other timesheets and things like this that we use to track where students are in the steps of the work. So we try to break things down into smaller steps that are doable, building to the ultimate final product. So we have a film portfolio that students are working on throughout the year. They started this last year, and numerous resources in here to help them, guide them along, sample work, so on. The comparative study, which is a two-film compare and contrast video essay they create. They write a script, and then they film narration, and then on top of that put clips as they cut back and forth between the two films, building a case that they establish in research. This is probably the most challenging assignment because they need to come up with a thesis, then support that with sub-arguments as they cut back and forth between the two films. It's, we spend months working on this. And the text analysis is them watching a film that's pre-chosen, and they get to pick from a list of 3. They watch that film. They have 30 days to then write a detailed analysis of the film, but specifically a 5-minute chunk of the film, and then tying that 5-minute chunk back to the different themes throughout the film. And again, numerous resources in here, example work and so on. And lastly, they have a collaborative film portfolio that they're working on throughout the year. This is a large film. When I say large, up to 7 minutes, but it's a bigger production, and they need to celebrate what they know in film. And so they take on one role. They then are that person, that role for the film, and they're gathering evidence from pre-production planning to production, creating it, and then post-production, putting all the parts together. And this project takes a lot of pre-production work to really think through what they're going to be doing to show off what they have learned for that particular film role. And again, they're working on this over a number of months. All this work is due at the end of March, and so we have target dates. And as I was pointing out earlier, when we look at the, let's see here, I was looking, there we go, the one-pager. This right here, we mapped out when the various pieces of work are due, but more importantly, the draft work. Because the draft work comes in, we do peer review, and I find that students learn the most when they're researching, reviewing other people's papers. So I pair up students to read each other's work, write comments, look for the patterns of the what, why, and how of research. And I find that to be the most helpful for students because when they're looking at somebody else's work, it then occurs to them more possibilities in their own work. And when students don't honor the due dates for the draft work, they miss that opportunity, and it's really hard for them to make up that on their own. So that's it. I just wanted to show you this video of what resources are out there, and helping students focus on getting stuff in and not getting overwhelmed by quality. Quality comes from the process, and getting a really rough draft in on the first target dates is really crucial, and then we work from there. All right, well, thanks for watching.